Hello everyone, welcome to Back to Basics here, and today we'll be covering cosine law and when to apply it to various types of questions. So when do we use cosine law? Well, we use cosine law whenever we do not have a pair, so an angle and its corresponding side. Let's take this triangle, for example, over here. We do know angle C, which is 89 degrees. However, we do not know its corresponding side, which is the missing variable we are trying to solve for. We do not know angle B, however, we know its corresponding side to be 21 centimeters. And we do not know angle A, however, we do know its corresponding side, which is 23 centimeters. So as you can see here, we do not have a pair. So to be able to solve for the missing side, which is side C, we would have to use this equation over here. The equation at the bottom is simply a rearranged equation to isolate for the missing variable. So for example, this one at the very top, we are trying to solve for a side. However, the one at the bottom, we are trying to solve for an angle. So to get from the top equation to this one at the bottom, we'll simply just use algebraic techniques of rearranging to be able to isolate for angle C. Let's do that really quickly. So side C squared is equal to A squared plus B squared minus 2AB multiplied by cos angle C. Now, because this entire thing is one term, we can simply just add 2 multiplied by A multiplied by B multiplied by cos angle C. Now we just do the exact same operation on the other side. Now you'll be left with side C squared plus 2AB multiplied by cos angle C is equal to side A squared plus side B squared. Now what you will do is you'll subtract C squared, or side C squared, and you do the exact same operation on the other side. So these two terms would subtract out. Now you're left with 2 times A times B times cos C is equal to A squared plus B squared minus C squared. Now you simply isolate for angle C, which you would divide 2AB on this side and 2AB on the other. Now you'll just be left with A squared plus B squared minus C squared divided by 2AB, which is the exact same equation over here. Now let's solve for this triangle over here. Since we're trying to solve for a side, this equation over here is already rearranged for us to be able to plug in the variables and just solve for side C. So let's just write it out over here. Is equal to A squared plus B squared minus 2 times A times B times cos angle C. Because we have side A, side B, and angle C, we can just square root this side and square root this entire side. So now we can just isolate for side C. Now let's plug in our variables. So this will be 23 squared plus 21 squared minus 2 times 23 times 21 times cos 89 degrees. Now you can obviously plug this entire thing into your calculator, or if your teacher preferred you to do it by one term at a time, then you would be left with 529 plus 441 minus 16.86. And now you add all of these three terms together and take the root. Then you will be left with 31 centimeters. You can obviously add decimal points when needed or when the question specifies. However, I'll just leave it as a whole number. Now let's take a look at this equation or this question over here. Because we are solving for a missing angle and we do not have any pairs, we cannot use sine law. So we would have to use cosine law. Now we can't simply just plug in all of the numbers into this equation. We would actually have to build an equation that corresponds to this triangle in particular, as we are trying to solve for missing angle A. And as you can see over here, we actually do not have the missing angle of A, we have the missing angle of C. So we would have to simply just build our equation. This will be C squared plus B squared minus A squared over 2 times C times B is equal to cos angle A. Now, there is a pattern over here, as you can see. We're trying to solve for the missing angle of A. So the side A, we would simply subtract by the two sides that we do not need to solve the angles for. So what I mean here is if, let's say, we're trying to solve for angle C, then our equation would be, angle B, then our equation would be A squared plus C squared minus B squared divided by 2 times A times C is equal to cos angle B. We would have to use this equation instead if you're trying to solve for angle B. However, in this case, we're just trying to solve for angle A, so we will use this one. So if we just plug in all of our numbers over here, 17 squared plus 21 squared minus 14 squared divided by 2 times 17 times 21 is equal to cos A. Now if you put all that into your calculator, you will get 0.75 is equal to cos A. So simply just take the inverse and make sure your calculator is in degree mode. So then your angle will come out to be 42 degrees is equal to A. Have a wonderful day.